Do you believe that you're deserving of good things? You are deserving of good things. God thinks so, I do think so, and you should think so. Hi guys! Welcome back. Welcome if it's your first time. My name is Grace. I'm excited to have you here. Thank you for joining me. I'm excited to have you here. How have you been? How was your week? How has your week been? How is it going? I hope you're having a good time. You're very blessed. And if you're not, maombi kwako, praying for you. I'm praying for better days. So today, on today's video, we're talking about something very beautiful. Do you believe that you're deserving of good things? Do you believe that you're deserving of opportunities that come your way? Do you believe that you are worthy of being in the spaces that you find yourself in, or you will find yourself in? Are you ready? Do you feel ready for those things? I know someone who would do that better than our world. So I'll give you a story. In high school, I changed schools, yeah. And when I got to that other school, I was not a very good performer at that time. So the principal told me, in my school you cannot be a leader. And I understood because my performance wasn't very appeasing, and from the previous school I was a leader. So her point was, if you think you came from the other school thinking you can be a leader here in my school, this is for only bright students. So that was in Form 2. Form 3, guys, I read. Hey man, I did my best. I did. So after numerous nights of study and hard work, we had a new dorm being built. And the principal called for me one morning, and he called me. Actually, it was just during morning prep. We were outside. We were just actually in the chem lab. I remember we were studying. I think I was sought for in class. They didn't find me, so they had to find me chem lab. Wasaw me, but wakusomea lab because class is too noisy, And she called me and then she told me, you'll be the prefect of the Purity Complex. That was the name of the new dorm. And in that moment, I left that place. I wish she asked me, because I would have told her no, out of, you said I wouldn't be a leader in your school. But you see those things that you're given and then you're like, honestly, nakuanga kwa list. I'm on the list of noisemakers. I am not your person. I don't even wake up that early. I'm not those people who wake up at 4 a.m. to study while the rest do what. I'm like there are people who would shine at this. There are people who are principals' friends. Those students who are teachers' friends. There are those people. But a role has been given. Rather than sitting in it and being like they should have known I wouldn't be able to do this. There was a calling to rise above that. And we can find so many stories along our journey of life that relate to that. And I have someone for you from the Bible. You can tell the blue. We've said about royalty. Esther. Esther has been given a responsibility to be a queen. And she has now a higher responsibility where we need you to do something that has never been done before. We need you to go to the king's chambers to talk on our behalf, to petition on our behalf. No one goes to the king if the king has not called you. Guys, you're not making new rules just because you're the queen, because now you've been the one who's been chosen. Now, you're not doing that. But she had someone in her life to remind her that for whatever reason you might be thinking you're the queen, probably this is the main reason why God has put you in this place, for you to petition for the people. And now we come to our lives. There are so many spaces that God puts us in, and you probably need me to remind you or to keep you ready for when those opportunities come, that you are deserving of good things. You are deserving of good opportunities. You are deserving of good relationships. Because sometimes we sit in things that we shouldn't be sitting in. Why? We don't know that you are better than that. Like, dada, bro, you can do better than that. The problem is, sometimes we don't want to leave the spaces that we're supposed to leave, or I don't like the idea of cutting people off. Let's just stick with leaving spaces that you're supposed to not, spaces that you're in that you're not supposed to be in, because we fear, what if there's nothing better? How many times have you been, if you're in a new relationship, remember the last relationship. If you're not yet in a relationship, remember the two previous relationships, which you left, and in that moment you're like, wallahi, there's no one better. You left probably a toxic work relationship, like a job, and it was like the bills are not gonna pay themselves. But look at yourself now. Because God has found you worthy, you need to find yourself worthy of those good things. You don't need to disqualify yourselves from good things. You are deserving of good things. That is all I came to remind you today. You are deserving of good things. God thinks so, I do think so, and you should think so. And know so. So that you will not entertain the wrong spaces. You will not be with people you're not supposed to be with. You will be in the right spaces. And even before the right spaces come, or the right things that will probably leave a bad toxic relationship, before you get to the other one, even before like the new one and the beautiful one that is godly and everything comes, you have already established it in your mind. I will not entertain this kind of environment in my life. Like, this is not the kind of environment I want to grow myself in. You see those things that probably, I'm even trying to assess, it's a good thing. Like, I'm trying to think of a very big thing that I would be like, You see, for example, I have very many dreams. If I was given an opportunity to sit down with a panel of like women of God or like ministers of the gospel, I'd be like, guys, like, and it's not to like discuss, it's like I'm there to like ask them questions. Be like, guys, have you met so and so? Have you met like person X? And I'm a culprit of that so many times. But I am also reminding myself, Grace, you are equally worthy of those good opportunities. You're equally worthy of those good relationships. You are worthy of good things. So do not sabotage them. Because if you get into a space where you're not comfortable and sure in yourself that I am fit to be in this room, what you'll do, what's this thing called? Where you doll up yourself and you don't show up, you don't give your best, you're not excellent in your deliverables, you're not giving it your best. And then they'll find someone else. The world won't stop. But before we get to those time when now people have, you see, and I don't know, like I'll say this statement loosely because I am, but it's true actually, come to think of it. If you don't do the thing that God has called you to do, He will find someone else to do it. It's true. As unique as you are, if you don't do it, someone else will do it. Someone else will be like, Lord, I'm available, and the Lord will give it to them. So before we get to those times, let's avail ourselves, prepare our minds, keep reminding yourself, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, you are worthy of good things. You are worthy of good things. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of a good person coming into your life, someone who loves you. You see, the idea that you have of love in your mind, you are worthy of that. The idea you have of the best job opportunity that can come, you probably want to work with the government. You probably want to work, I don't know where. You are worthy of that. So dream as big as you can. Accommodate God in your dreams. like, dream big enough that it can only take God to fulfill those dreams. Because you believe in yourself, and it's not pumping yourself. It's not fake confidence. It is the truth, because God has found you worthy. Thank you so much. I love you so much. I hope this week, keep reminding yourself, I am worthy of good things. Grace, we are worthy of good things. In this community, we are worthy of good things. I love you so much. See you when you see me.